Yeah, this should be Brom Corky or either Brom Corky. Wow, Brom Lucian's really.
Wow.
I never seen him play Lucian before.
Ooh.
Like he never brings it out, right?
And that's going to give them like a little bit more early game power if it works out for them, because you can have Kinemon kind of in that almost Kai'Sa position where you have value in the late game, but you also have value during the early mid. So I think this is a really strong draft. Team Secret, though, we said they needed to achieve something during the first few minutes of the game, and the lock-in here of the Lee Sin says that they agree with us, I think. They're trying to get the ball rolling early and challenge BURIRAM during the first 5 minutes, which are going to be, I think, make or break, because especially when you add Graves to this composition, BURIRAM are going to be so deadly in the late game.
Yeah, this is a lot of firepower coming in from the side of BURIRAM United. Jess, what are your thoughts on this? And James will lock in the Rakan. You mentioned that you like James' Rakan over here. I mean, what are your thoughts? Drafts are pretty much locked in right now.
James' Rakan against supporters Brom. Oh my god. You're in for a ride for sure, this game.
Definitely.
It's an all-star matchup. But it's going to be decided by the Lee Sin, by the first couple of minutes.
Yes.
BURIRAM with the Graves, they have so much late game power, and it needs to be Team Secret disrupting that in those first couple of minutes. If they don't have the Lee Sin lead in the first 5, it's dangerous. If we get to the first 10 and the gold is even or even close, I think BURIRAM have won the game.
Yeah, and we're going to see. Just agrees, and we're going to see how this match goes down as we step into game 1 of our lower bracket finals, BURIRAM United versus Team Secret. Casters, take us into the rift.
Well, yeah.
Thanks a bunch there. Thanks a bunch there, Mika. It's looking good here. If you ask me how things are going to go in this game, well, I'm going to say you're getting on a boat right now. The seas are rocky and, well, things are looking good here for both sides.
Things are indeed, and we are in, of course, the first game of the lower bracket finals. This is going to be a best of 5. I wanted to very quickly bring up that given that we have a Graves Brom, we're going to see a lot of early game aggression here for the side of BURIRAM. And we're not surprised to see, yet again, the Lucian mid is played by Kinemon, and Archini is going to be piloting the Ziggs down in the bottom lane, something they've done before in the past. Not too successful earlier today, so I'm a bit skeptical about this one, Gaminism.
For sure, it's interesting, right? Because we've seen Lucian Braum as a big combo in like PC League.
Yeah.
But we come into like Wild Rift, it's not really much of a thing because you don't need that dueling power. Like Lucian's strong by himself.
Yeah,
you don't need no
he's
Braum.
good. And also because you don't really want the Lucian in a dual lane where he can lose trades. Okay, Kinemon, not his day today. He did so well in the first couple of games up against SBTC, but he seems to have had maybe a bit of a mental collapse. Noel in a lot of trouble as well. Both of these teams trading blows, but Team Secret coming out a little bit on top. Now, if we looked at this game and we try to break it down a little bit here, Gaminism, I think a very important thing for us to pay attention to is the sword and the shield between Azar and Noel. Azar's going to try to be the sword, the spear for Team Secret to penetrate the defenses of Noel yet again on a weak side pick in this Darius. It's going to be a tough time for him.
That's exactly it, right? That's exactly what we saw. Azar was right there, punishing Noel, and you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to alleviate some of the pressure from him because they know if he falters, they're going to have a tough time.
Yeah, he really needs to be able to stabilize in this lane. If not, Fiora can really take over. Because if we think if we're going to the late game, who can really hold the Fiora down in side lane? No one on BRU can. So a lot of pressure for the side of BRU to really accelerate the team fights in the early mid game. And they might want to dive this. There is a huge wave there, Gaminism.
They're building it up, but this is pretty tough. I mean, Azar has a lot of outplay potential. You get the blind off first, but you have the repost, blocks out damage. They're not going to get much more. Here we have it. Tatsuri's joining in now. Flash away from Shiba, but to get the apprehend, pull back Tatsuri. He flashes the wall too.
So many trades back and forth, but ultimately, I think Team Secret are the ones that come up on top. You look at Trevor right now. This gives him a lot of room. He's being a sneaky little boy right now, camping in the jungle for Shiba. Shiba seems to have some suspicions, though.
Yeah, between these trades, it looks like the exchange rate is a little bit more favorable for Team Secret. They pull up the currency, and it's like, yeah, we're coming up a little bit ahead here. You look at the gold as well, I mean, about 200-300, it's not a lot. but it's something that's snowballing, especially because we're only about 2.5 minutes in, without any kills naturally generating this lead.
Yeah, naturally generating this lead is something we really need to pay attention to, because when you look at the team compositions, I do think that Team Secret should not be winning out their laning matchups. Lucian is a traditional counterpick to Galio. He should be doing good there. Early game Darius against Riven, it should be pretty even. But still, Team Secret pulling ahead in the early game. Well, just as I say that, the gold swings a little bit back to BRU, but it's gonna be a bit of an even one. But what's really gonna break the game open here, Grandin, is the next minute or two when we look at how these teams want to play around the objectives. A lot more options for Team Secret. Azar can opt to stay in his lane and keep split pushing, or he might come to team fight.
And this is a point that Jess brought up as well, because you're looking at Supporter and Hermes here, both on pretty big type support champions looking to playmake.
Definitely both their key picks as well, right? When we were talking to Jess earlier, we're talking about the supports left. Every support here has their traditional, you know, I guess signature pick, you could call it. Supporters is definitely Braum, and Hamas, his Rakan is impressive as well, so we need to be so careful of what these two can do. Hamas especially, he needs to be a big playmaker here. Earlier today, we were talking about Kirel and Kirel and Kinemon contesting that Kai'Sa pick. Chewy proving as well he is so strong on it, and that's something we need to look out for. The pop-off potential of Chewy and Hamas as they get their resets in.
I love that you mentioned they need to be a playmaker, especially for Hermes, because he resets a little bit late. This has given supporters some time to go towards the Baron lane, right? You see this right now. He's on Azar.
He's on a bit of a little magical journey by himself. They're gonna get control over the river, but they do not have Scuttle Crab. So this is spotted out, and Team Secret, look at the rotations on the map. They want to contest this. They're not gonna give this one up for free.
Yeah, Treble resets quickly. He's coming back soon as well. Hermes is standing on top of ward, but it's vision for both sides, so they know what's going on. Looks like both sides are ready to clash so early on, almost 4.5 minutes, but they're pulling the trigger. It's Hermes and Treble. The combo synced up. Look at that grand entrance. It's beautiful. Pulls the full attention on the floor. Chewy's in the back line with the killer instinct taking down one, but will get caught by the crowd control from the Braum. Flashing forward, Noel trying to trade back the shield for BRU. Falters in the face of Team Secret.
A heartbreaker for Noel. He doesn't get his reset down, and that was what we talked about. The playmaking combo. Hamas and Chewy doing it all. Hamas tying up the entire backline. Chewy using the timing to dash in. Survives with a sliver of health on this Kai'Sa despite diving into 3-4 people. Noel nearly gets the reset off. If he did, that might have been a completely different team fight.
Omo, what's better than a sword? I'd say a gun. That's what you have Chewy for. He's going into the back. The bullet flies there.
Lucian has 2 guns and Grace has a big gun. So I would say that BRU have more guns here, but they still lost out.
What is Kai'Sa technically firing? You don't. It's not a gun. She has some kind of like void tech.
I actually don't know. Where does she fire from? I think she has like plasma pistols, and then her Icatian
It's from her wings.
No, but that's
from her wings,
ring.
right?
I think her basic attacks are from like some sort of pistols. Pay attention to Chewy very closely right now as he clears this next minion wave. Most important thing we're gonna look at. Thank you so much, observers. There we go. Let's pay close attention right now. Analyze this. So there we go. He shoots it. He has plasma pistols.
Well, he's gonna get caught here by Noel. Those supporters in here trying to make something happen. They take down the Kai'Sa. Doesn't matter how many guns you have, you still get taken down by the Darius.
Yeah, I think Chewy was putting on a little bit of a show for us. The OBs hurt us, Chewy hurt us as well. They really wanted to see what animations Kai'Sa had. Unfortunately, no sums and no killer instinct means he will pay with his life. And though he is the shield, Noel is still finding windows to playmake. That's what I love about this guy. He is like Tan X, you know, they don't need a lot of resources, but they will always deliver. And that's what he's doing right now. Tied up the gold with Azar, and we're gonna see a bit of a turret trade.
Yeah, they're gonna find the top for the bottom side, and I have to bring it back into context, right? Because both teams have played a full series, well, have played multiple games today. The difference is BRU played 5 games. Team Secret played 2. And while it may be more recent, I feel like Team Secret a little bit fresher going into this BO5.
You know what the difference is? It's because Team Secret won their BO. It's because they won their series. It's always easy to be mentally fresh after you win a 2-0. Keep in mind, BRU played 5 games, and the last 2 games that they lost against SBTC, I feel like they had some sort of mental collapse there as well, because they were making mechanical mistakes, they were slipping up in team fights, and when we talk about BRU, what's the phrase we always use? Team fight kinks. They look so uncharacteristic, and hopefully they fix it here in game 1.
I mean, we saw some of that in the first 2 games. I think Jess brought up a really good point where it seemed like SBTC understood what BRU were trying to go for. and they read it really well and responded in turn. And I think that's kind of what gave them that advantage. While BRU are coming back into this, similar idea, but they've changed things up. Now Shiba's are more of a carry style champion as opposed to something looking for a pick.
Yeah, Shiba has had enough of being the utility player for his team. He spots the opportunity to pull out the Graves, and I think this is about as good a game as you're gonna get for it. You counter the Lee Sin, you're great with the Braum, and he's gonna be so tanky this game. Very little options for Team Secret to kill him. If you don't pop him, like right now, he's just gonna lifesteal.
Yeah, you can't take him down like with that amount of damage. Treble is not going to be enough. You need someone with dedicated, sustained damage to take down Shiba, especially with the Bloodthirster first item.
Exactly, Gamenism. And you got to keep in mind, Grace is deceptively tanky. He has Conqueror, he has Bloodthirster, a lot of lifesteal is going to be happening there, and he has the Grit stacks, which gives him armor so good against all of Team Secret. Cheeky low play there from Trevor, slides right out of trouble, and we do see a 5-man from BRU on this mid turret.
Exactly, because they went for that Scuttle Crab and had to move to the top side while this built space for BRU now. Team Secret are looking for a fight. They get a good initiation off. Hames followed up with Tatsuri. Supporters looking low, losing a lot of health quickly. Has to flash away.
That's huge.
Watch out for Chewy though, because he's that smoking gun for Team Secret, but he's unable to find work done as Noel puts up a defense for BRU and pushes Team Secret back.
It's just a heartbreaker. If you watch Noel the entire team fight, I feel so bad. My heart goes out for him. He keeps trying to find the dunks. He flashed in trying to dunk Azar. He was out of range. He nearly got the dunk on Tatsuri, but Shiba steals it with collateral damage. I am bursting out in tears right now, and Noel must feel the same way. There we go. Pay very close attention to this. Engage attempt. Not the best from Hamas this time around. He only gets the front line. Keep in mind, we mentioned Shiba is so tanky. Look at Noel. Amazing hook on the 2. He's trying to find the dunk somewhere, anywhere. Flashes, doesn't get Azar. Turns around, wants to get Tatsuri. It gets taken by collateral. Oh, not collateral damage. The bomb from Ziggs instead takes it away. No resets from Noel means the fight ends right there. And you know, Gamenism, I'm a bit depressed. I just want to see one Darius pop off, get a pentakill.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, SSK isn't here for that anymore.
Exactly.
So we're gonna have to look to see if BRU or Team Secret can give that to us in this best of 5 series. There are multiple games in to play for, and we know how they like to go for. They're willing to play out the series if things come down to it. The thing is, though, looking at Noel so far, despite the fact that we've been kind of harboring on him as that solid, safe player, low economy, he can build tanky and still do damage, be a playmaker, he's been actually receiving a decent amount of resources. I mean, he's looking pretty good here. It's not the most amount of gold, but he's definitely still on par with Azar.
Yeah, but I think what's important to bring up is that he's finding a lot of these leads by himself. His team's not doing anything for him. He is a one-man machine. He doesn't need nobody. He's doing it all by himself. And I think that that's great to see. Look at Hamas, though. Amazing position, but he gets spotted. He gets spotted.
This might be bad because Noel's so far away. Hames isn't able to find the re-engage back. Tatsuri's over by the side, gets spotted out by Kinemon, finding decent damage. They're in the pit. Shiba takes the dragon. It's a big one. Unfortunately, Kinemon's in the face of 3. Has to do with Azar, the main blade for Team Secret, as Rebel comes in to confirm the kill onto Kinemon. But Dragon over to BRU.
2 for 2 there, but Dragon to BRU is gonna be the main takeaway. This time around, Noel, he gets the reset, but unable to keep the fight going. And Team Secret, that was a heartbreaker for them. Hamas had amazing positioning. He was on the back line. They just needed a little bit of patience. Unfortunately, Hamas got spotted, so they had to force the play onto Shiba. But so quick with his fingers, he just manages to, you know, get caught, tries to go onto Shiba, and he bails out of town.
It's really impressive what BRU have been able to do, right? The BRU have been able to open up an express lane in the mid lane. So now they have a really good... Yeah, they have a really good way in. One misstep by Team Secret is so heavily punishable because you have that Ziggs, because you have that Lucian who are able to siege the turrets quickly.
Exactly.
I know TJ has mentioned earlier on that he loves Ezreal because he's able to do that role. But Lucian's able to perform in a similar branch as well.
Yeah, Gamenism, I'm so proud of you. You got the nail right on the head right there. From me asking you what does Renekton Lee Sin do to you coming up with this point. You're doing great, my man. And this is exactly what we love to see. Improvement from both of these teams. Improvement from my play-by-play. Now a color caster as we go into the team fight.
They're looking to get this catch off first. It's a nice kick where the Glacial Fissure will build up a wall. Tatsuri's joining in now. It's a good setup for Team Secret, but BRU are able to retreat. Shiba, the first to fall in this process. Supporter looking low as well. They trade back nicely against Azar. Noel unable to finish off, not able to get the reset.
He had the flash this time as well. If he had gotten the dunk on Azar, it's such a heartbreak. Noel is always so close, yet so far. every single team fight. And we think about how that fight started. It was Shiba and Supporter. We talk about how Brom Graves is strong as a combo. You tag someone up, Graves blasts them with his burst as well as procs your passive so very quickly. They weren't able to do that right there. Shiba got caught. No flash means that despite being tanky, he will get dropped. And now Noel leading the charge. You love to see this man being the front liner for his team.
It's quite interesting what we've seen from Noel right now, because he's been able to build towards 2 armor items, looking at a potential 3rd. It's pretty easy to itemize against Team Secret because Tatsuri still hasn't come online yet. He's looking for that big AP item, that Rabadons. For now, he's still scaling up, and so it's quite easy for BRU to take these fights.
Yeah, I agree. This is about as easy as it's gonna get. It's not really gonna get much easier than this because you have the scaling from Fiora, really, and like you mentioned, once Death Cap comes online from Tatsuri, he's gonna be packing a real punch as well, and that's gonna be so hard for Shiba to deal with, because what does Graves not like? He doesn't like being locked down and not being able to lifesteal. He doesn't like magic damage, which overcomes his true grit. So a lot of things there that BRU have to keep in mind, and while they have decent scaling as well, it's not as cut and dry as it was in the last few games. There is still a chance for Team Secret to outscale.
With Team Secret, you can never really count them out at any point.
Exactly.
If there's any team that can make a miracle happen, it's Team Secret. We saw Za steal away Baron on the Fiora before. This is a team that can make magic happen. If there's any team I'm expecting to be able to pull back from a deficit, it's Secret. And they're not far behind, Omo.
This barely
3,000 gold difference.
Yeah, it's a pretty even game right now. And I think you really need to be looking at the next dragon. 30-second window right now. Kinemon doing his best to hard push the Baron lane. Gonna make a beeline down here. But this means Team Secret, they have the inside track. Azar is here first. He's not opting to split push. They want to 5v5 this. Tatsuri has to catch the wave, but he has the hero's entrance. So a lot of things really gonna line up here. I don't think Team Secret will want to give this away, but the question is, can they even contest it?
Yeah, I love the way that BRU is shoving Team Secret out, but Team Secret, well, they're starting to respond now. Now that Dragon's up, Tatsuri's gonna rotate back over from the Baron lane, but BRU start the Dragon up first.
They do indeed, and Team Secret, they're gonna be too late here. I think they still want to try though.
Dragon's going down fast. Noel, he's trying to build some space, block the shield for the team. Unfortunately, he's already gone down. They're trying to trade back for 1 here. They do manage to take down Hames, but it's really just a support. Azar is buying time over by the side, but Kinemon will take him down. And Treble, losing his life as well. He tries to make a captain's play, almost takes down Kinemon, but will fall to BRU with a quadra kill coming online for Shiba.
And Team Secret, they might be the miracle team fighters, but there are no miracles to be had today. BURIRAM United, the team fight kings. That's what we always call them. And they prove us right yet again. Noel drops from the start of the fight. Let's not even talk about the dunk. He doesn't even get to use his barrier or his flash, just CC'd and killed. But that doesn't matter. BRU team fight immaculately. 4v5. Take the quadra kill for Shiba. Take the Baron. Take the Dragon. They're taking it all, Gamenism, and BRU, they're pulling ahead. 7,000 gold lead.
Oh, that's so sad. Noel doesn't get to partake in the Baron buff feast. I mean, he has 3 seconds for respawning.
A little bit tragic.
But then again, he's probably going to be with the team anyway, right? Let's take a look back at this fight.
He is indeed, and there we go. Noel gets popped out entirely, but the problem is the Brom CC is such a good answer to Rakan. He can't get on your back line, and the damage from Shiba, he is popping off. Azar on the wrong side of the fight tries to dive too deep into 2, won't be able to do so, and Shiba, the man, the myth, the legend, the star, no more tanks for him. He's on carry duty right now, and he's popping off with this Graves, proving why he deserves it, right?
Double twin shadows from BURIRAM United.
Don't let Hamas flank you.
Adaptation.
Don't let Hamas get on top of your back line.
And so this information, you can see them when they step up in the mid lane as they're escorting the waves. They pop the twin shadows, make sure that their sides are cleared, or they know where Hames is, and this is them playing carefully. Look at where Noel is as well. The fact he doesn't have Baron buff is unfortunate, but I say that, but BRU, they're gonna get caught off by Team Secret. It's 2 versus 5. Supporter and Shiba, no matter how strong you are, surely cannot win this fight. 2 wolf forms inside BRU first. Noel making a beeline, running towards his team. You have to watch out for Chewy, for Archony, and the damage coming across from both sides.
We've seen
be
this
able to take down
before.
Trevor, but he's dashing out of the safeguard.
Gamenism, we've seen this before. How dare I question the miracles of Team Secret? BURIRAM take 1 team fight, but immediately Team Secret answer right back with 1 of their own. The miracle comes true yet again. Nothing they can do once Shiba drops, once Kinemon gets chased down as well. And this is why BRU, it's so very important for them to play as a unit. You need Noel in front of you. He needs to block the damage. He needs to be a disruptor. If Shiba gets CC, that's going to be a huge problem for BRU, and that's exactly what we saw. Now the question is, Team Secret, they're still a bit behind. Can they do it again?
I mean, we're looking at Team Secret right now. They're pulling out these tricks from the hat, and you look at Azar. He's a blade that's been sharpening under the whetstone for a little while now. You know, slowly over time, he's getting sharper and sharper, and he's becoming a magnificent blade for Team Secret. What they need from him right now is to perform in the side lane. If he's able to go to the side lane, pull pressure away from Noel and Shiba, well, in Team Secret, they have to engage the team fight. Once again, they get the engage off, looking to take down supporter first. They are diving under turret. Shiba dropping down low quickly, but the 6 damage coming online.
Oh,
and you have to worry for both sides. Team Secret still alive at this point. Noel flashes in to finish off Treble. No escape for the Lee Sin this time.
Azar somehow dives into 4 past the tier 1 turret, gets out with 1
Noel.
HP. Noel tries to get Chewy but forces the flash, but this will be BRU taking the inhibitor. They have the Ziggs, that's gonna be 1. They're gonna back off, I believe. Don't be too greedy here, BURIRAM. They're gonna back off, they're gonna reset Elder Dragon in 20 seconds here, Gamenism. It's not over. We're gonna see more fights. Chewy's still dead. I think BRU, they might want to camp this here.
That's the express lane. That's the express lane almost straight into the mid lane. They were standing on top of ward. They're looking to maybe take someone down here. Noel, he realizes he can't go for a difficult target. He needs to go for an easy one, so he pulls in Tatsuri. The damage onto Gallo takes him down quickly. Noel will fall. Azar, you can't discount him just yet. He's still there to equalize.
He is still the grand duelist at the end of the day, and he does exactly that. Noel wants to be the beefy frontline, but you cannot frontline against a Fiora. Now TP is coming through from Trevor. Azar cancels his recall. They want to contest this. They know BRU are on this, but no one wants to flip the game. They back right off.
They're coming in hot.
Yeah, take a deep breath. We're not going to flip the game on this. We're going to back off. We're going to live to fight another day.
It's double objectives, honestly, and you have to be careful about this because you give up 1, it could just give the game away. We're starting to see Ziggs really come online. 3, looking at 4th item complete. I mean, just come on, the damage is disgusting.
It's gonna be one of those games where you look at the end game screen and he'll be like on 100,000 damage, but Elder Dragon is almost dead, Gamenism.
They're fast on it. Trevor's trying to come in here, but supporter, he's in his way. He's blocking Azar, looking for an entry angle as well, but it's so difficult. They're not willing to conflict this just yet, though. Tatsuri, he just respawns. The teleport coming in now. Hermes buying time, going in with the grand entrance, building up space. Teleport coming in from the other side as well. Good damage from Tatsuri. You have to watch out for them because they're stealing away the Elder Drake. And Tatsuri holds the game together, but 2 will fall on the South Secret.
What was the cost of the Elder Dragon? We see them rushing down the mid lane. That is the express lane. Now TPs are gonna come true as well as I believe. They're not done yet. They are not done yet.
They stopped the teleports. They're going onto the Nexus. They're trying to escort the wave in.
They want to go for the end here.
Going to teleport it. Azar's trying to block this Grand Challenge. Comes across for the Nexus. It's the target of focus of BRU, and 1 more hit for BRU to take the first game.
BURIRAM unite.